It's week 14 of the NFL, and we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's going to be a good one on Sunday night.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage.
One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's week 14. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Throwing to start this game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now. They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Caught, nice gain left side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll throw it. Cut out left. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Still sticking with the passing game. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Finds the in route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Complete out to the right. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Hits him on the in route. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's a throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now on first down. He's got it over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home teams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and 15. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
They've got first down from the 31. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That's a pickup of 9. And that gives them the first. From the red zone now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Complete over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Has it in close. He has the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open.
Close play here, so the officials want to take a second look at it.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. In his 11th year, still knocking them through. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense running back out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here's a give up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll try and throw it here. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They're going play action. Rolling out to his left. He's running with it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
On now comes their punter. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Brought in right side. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Pass play now. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead will remain at 13.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
This offense getting all set for this series. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. From the 47. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down well opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Touchdown! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon, they're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. They get 5 yards, and that is how we close out half number 1. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night matchup. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the...
Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
And away it goes. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The give here on 2nd. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. He'll look to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you could scratch that one from the playbook, and you're not going to call it again if you can't impact the D-tackle. You just saw him sitting right there. He was ready for a feast, and he buried that draw before it could get started.
To the air, 3rd and long. Buys top, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And that one drawn up to perfection. They're going to down this one at the 5. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Recovered by the defense. And they finish the return to the end zone. Touchdown! These guys capitalize on the fumble with 6. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy.
Yep.
A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
That one right down the middle, and they'll take the lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. He's got it over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Blown back gets the handoff. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And they'll have 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on a defense.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. And now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's gonna be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. To throw here on first down. Cut out left. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 27-yard line.
From the 27. Looking slant route, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Number 87.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Simple dive up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Play action on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
They're throwing it. Finds his man over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Now he takes it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. This game can still go either way. Only 2 points separating these squads as we begin the fourth. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Complete over the middle. And he's in, touchdown! So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys jump in front now by 5. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one, an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Throwing now on 1st down. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play coming here. Throwing the out route complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he's able to take this up to the 15 before being taken down. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one, and they're going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing from the gun. Has it downfield, working the left. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. throwing from the gun here. Finds the in route complete. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. He's back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys trailing by 5. 4th and 14. Let's see if they've got some magic in them. Looking to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he's tackled for a short gain. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send a tight end in motion. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Encroachment defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. This celebration begins for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.